Hi guys, Matt here from UKhammocks. I'm going to do a video on my packing list for a 3-day walk around Windermere. Doing the Windermere way. It's now the 20th of October, so hopefully it'll stay fairly dry, but this time last year we had the big freeze descended on us, and we had real plummeting temperatures and an awful lot of snow, so I've got to kind of take that into consideration when we've packed my bag. I'll be hammock camping, so I'll start to take you through what's actually in my rucksack. Take the pack cover off. The pack itself is a Go Light Peak 40 litre pack. It's pretty lightweight. I've got a couple of small gripes with it. There's not a lot of elastic on the side to attach things with. I've actually added some stuff on the bottom there, so if I wanted to tie a tarp to the bottom to dry it out for the day, I can do that. My pack cover is just a DIY sil nylon rectangular fabric. Just fold the corners in and hem it up and put a piece of shot cord through. It works really well. First things first then, top of the pack, my tarp, Cubic Fibre, Z-Pack hammock tarp. Absolutely fantastic, really lightweight. It's in a set of netted snakeskins in there, and everything else I need, apart from the pegs, is included in that. So all the guy lines and the cord locks are all packed inside. Rest of the outside of the bag, the left hand pocket here. I've got a 500ml water bottle. This is a old Mountain Dew plastic water bottle, and my fuel for my stove. So it's methylated spirit. Anything else in that one? This side we've got my tent bag, just a plastic bag, and I'm using the ACflutes titanium V pegs. They work pretty good actually. I've got 8 in there. That's 12 grams of pegs, so 120 grams for the pegs. The last thing in this side, another issue with this bag is that the pockets aren't overly generous on the side, so it's a bit of a tight fit. The GSI Minimalist cook set, and included in there is my white box stove and all the other bits and pieces. I'll do a separate video on the cook set so people can see what's carried inside there. Okay, front pocket. A pretty big front pocket on this pouch. You can get quite a lot of stuff in it. And there's the hammock. Taking a prototype Woodsman X hammock with an enclosed bug netting. Included in this bag, a little sil nylon stuff sack, is my tree straps, toggles, whoopee slings, and the hammock itself, including a peak bag. I think that's it. Rain pants. These are a set of Columbia titanium rain trousers, pretty lightweight, breathable, and because I normally walk in sort of Ron Hill trousers or like running leggings, sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a heavier weight set of rear pants to throw on over the top if it gets a bit cold. The remainder of the front pocket is all my food, brew kit, energy bars, and this weekend I will be eating food from Expedition Foods. Hopefully we'll be bringing their products to the shop soon. We're going to be giving them a trial run for the full weekend. And I've got my long handled spoon for eating it all with. We'll leave that stuff in there. Main pouch. Top of the pack is my coat. This is a Paramore Anology jacket. A little bit heavyweight really, but as I mentioned before, there is a possibility that the weather could turn quite dramatically. And what I didn't want to be left with just a thin shell rain jacket, so this will do just the trick if the weather does drop. And then we have what's in this bag. This is my toiletry kit. In here we have toothbrush, toilet roll, head torch. Normally would be on my person, but obviously I'm not dressed to go. A little knife and some alcohol sanitizer, a lighter, and some mints. You never know you're going to meet with bad breath here. That's what we got. UKhammocks top quilt. This one is overstuffed to about 600 grams of fill. Very warm, but again, I don't want to be cold in the night time, and I don't mind carrying a little bit of extra weight that this puts in over a summer pack. Next to that, in an ACflutes stuff sack, is my winter underquilt, UKhammocks underquilt. Again, slightly overstuffed, a little bit of extra in there, but again, if it does get dropped down to, you know, it was about -1 this morning when I came out. If it gets down to sort of 6, 7, 10 below, you're really going to feel the benefit of a bit of extra fluff. Water filter, it's just kind of a DIY, made myself from other pieces. I bought a water filter from the US. A buddy of mine, Matt Perry, Bigfoot off Hammock Forums, put me in touch with a company that did gravity filters, and the filter worked fantastic. The only gripe I had with it was the bag was a little bit heavy, and it was the sort of bag that when you filled it with water, it actually absorbed quite a lot of water. So by the time you'd finished with it, the bag itself weighed about 1 kilo. So what I did was I undid it all, and I had an old Arcus roll top canoe bag, and I just burnt a hole in the bottom and fitted it together with a bit of seam sealer and some super glue, and it works a treat. So just in case we don't get to the campsites we're intending to use. This in the black bag is my sort of evening kit, this sort of thing I'll be wearing when I go to bed on the night time, and any extra clothing that I've got. And this little green bag is my down sleeves. I like to have my arms out when I'm in a hammock, so down sleeves come in really handy if the weather does get cold. And also it's a little bit of warmth when you're sitting around on a night time. Also can be used as a pillow. First aid kit, I've got blister kits, some medication, some ibuprofen, paracetamol, just to pick up any knocks on the way, some zinc oxide tape, great for patching yourself back up with. And also in there, there's a big trauma bandage, a British military first field dressing. You never know what's going to happen, and I think if you go out with something like that, no matter what happens, at least you're going to be able to stop a good hemorrhage. Hold yourself together, or your buddy. And then we've got spare socks, a hat, and 2 Helly Hansen lifers. I've got a top and a trouser set, and that's normally what I sleep in on a night time. It just keeps, if I do get wet through the day, my wet kit stays wet, but at least I'm dry in bed. And then I take my dry kit off in the morning, put my wet kit back on again, and just walk through. See, when you're walking, you're a lot warmer than you are when you're sleeping. Also, we've got in here 1 litre platypus flexible bottle. Sits in the back where you would have a water bladder. I'm not overly keen on water bladders, so that seems to do the trick pretty good for me. And I think this pack has in the back here, you can actually access it. There's a sit pad. I won't take it out, it's a nightmare to get back in. But should you ever want a sit pad, or you want to put a bit of extra insulation under your feet, it's a really good idea to just take it out and pop it under your feet. The only 2 pockets we have left are the 2 side pouches. This side is my map, all rolled up and cut to where I want to be. There's actually the trail map of the Windermere Way. I think you can get it off the website, windermereway.co.uk. It's a pretty good map, but it doesn't give you any good references, it doesn't give you any relief on the ground. So I've cut out my OS map, marked it up with the route we'll be taking, and that all sits together in a plastic bag. I'm not a big fan of unnecessary heavy map cases, and a sandwich bag from Tesco's is exactly the same thing. So look at the other side. Spare plastic bags, put on your hands and feet if you're getting cold or wet in the rain. Much better than gloves. I've got some earplugs. I'm a fairly light sleeper, and we're going to be staying in 2 campsites, which isn't really normally what I do. Normally find a nice quiet area in the woods. So where there's going to be noise of other people, earplugs are a great idea if you don't want to be, you know, bothered by other people. Head torch, some spare cord. This cord really goes with my water filter to hang it up from a tree. But it can be used for other things, for a brick of shoelace or something like that, we can use it for that. Little Tebec wallet in there, it's got my ID, bank cards, bit of cash and my train tickets to get to Windermere and back. And a little Nalgene bottle that's got some rock salt in it. I like salt. And that is everything. So the bag's empty apart from the food. I've packed probably about just over 1 kilo of food, I would say, with the water. We've got 1 litre, 1.5 litres of liquid plus half a litre of fuel. So we've got another 2 kilos. I weighed the bag about 20 minutes ago with all this in, and it came to 9.4 kilos. So take out, you know, the food. There's probably say maybe 1.5 kilos actually with the brew kit and the energy bars, the fuel. So we're looking at about a 6 kilo pack. And that's including the spare clothing, so it's not too bad. And obviously, the added extra to that is the winter quilts. you know, if I was packing summer weight, these quilts are running at about 800-900 grams each. A summer quilt, you're looking at about 500 grams each, so that's where your trade-off is. That is it. Any questions, post them on the bottom and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.